Hey guys, it's QuickyBaby. It is my birthday today, so I must apologize if this video is in any way rushed, but I wanted to mark it with playing a game with my best buddy, Ike. Ike is in his E100, a tank which, at the time of recording, he had just recently purchased, and all he wanted to do was to play in that fat German Tier 10 vehicle. I, however, am playing in the slightly more sneaky, but not the less brutal, the Object 268. This is a Tier 10 Soviet tank destroyer. And unlike the Object 263, it packs, I believe, 152 millimeter, capable of doing 750 alpha damage each shot with 303 millimeters of penetration. Now, we got spotted on the entrance. As we can see, there's a T-71 that's being rather sneaky. And unless we wanted to fire extremely clutch at that guy, we wouldn't have been able to hit him, as the aim time on this rather meaty 152mm is definitely unexceptional. So me and Ike are making our way down the south on this recently renovated San River map. And I say that, and you'll know about this if you watch my map changes videos, as this ridgeline here has been made very much more prominent, and it really divides up the fighting. What we find is that the enemies are more happy than ever to advance from down here and to proceed into this location. And then it sort of becomes a bit of a, hey, you come at me, no, you come at me, bro, kind of moment. But right now, I'm just trying to use my 263 in the distance, and I thought I would be needed to shoot that T-71, but Ike strikes first blood, executing that Tier 7 American light tank with one fell shot of his 150mm gun, the biggest gun on a heavy tank, and that's what the E100 is special for. Thinking that the enemies are playing very passively, I decide that it's time to attack. And Ike follows suit. We've got the support of the Jagdtiger behind us, as well as the close range support of that 1375, albeit that he has been reduced to a fraction of the hit points that he originally had. Now this T110E5, sorry, make that an E4, this is a tank destroyer variety, is making his way towards us. Now the gun depression on the 268 isn't brilliant, but it's enough to poke over this ridge. I don't know why that Aufklärungspanzer just reversed right in front of the Object 268. But surprise, mother buzzer, I guess. Looks like our artillery just made a good hit on the T110E4, and I want him to miss me. I want him to miss me so that I can take a shot at him. Because if I get hit, I'm going to lose a third of my hit points, almost guaranteed. Slightly over a third, probably near a 40%. Nevertheless, he was unable to get the shot on us. And I'm looking for a shot on the E4. But also this Alf Panther is standing up to a fight. And I know I've got Ike behind me now. We were talking about progressing towards the enemies at the time. And no escape for you, Mr. Alf Panther. Good night, German Prince. So, Ike weathers a shot. I think that was from the Jagdpanzer E100. This E4 YOLO's round to come and get me. Try and get my frontal armor towards the target. Unable to do so. But we manage to put a tracking shot into the E4. And it's always good to have your Norwegian brother with you. He finishes off that Tier 10 tank. Now, looking at the way that this game is developing, me and Ike, oh hey, we bounce a shot from the Jägeru there. And we bounce on a Tier 8 tank destroyer, the T-28 prototype. Ike doesn't though. Ike puts a clean hit in, which allows the Jagdtiger to take out that Tier 8 tank destroyer. Looking at the way this game is going, you know, I think it could be going better. It really could. Me and Ike have picked up 3 kills between us, but it looks like the enemy team have absolutely massacred our flank. And they're even capping our base. Now right now, this game looked like it was a loss. Luckily, we're able to put in a good shot into the cheeks of that Jagdpanzer E100. And we must have got shot in the side there, probably by the 5120. Or it could have been the Borsig, I guess. I didn't quite see where that one came from. But I'm trying to hunt down this Jagdpanzer E100 as slowly our team proceeds to melt away. There's very little that we could do to advance down this flank once the enemy E100 made it into that position. He was in a great vantage point, and if I want to go and engage that Jagdpanzer E100, the regular E100 is going to get a lovely side shot into me. So I said to Ike, look, man, I need to get back. I need to get some range on this engagement. Maybe I can assassinate one of the tanks from afar. Now, we are 450 meters away from this 5120. I believe we hit him there. We'll see how much health he resurfaces on. Let me just pause the game for 2 secs. Yeah, doesn't look like our team had the best results, but in looking at mine and Ike's performances as well, it hasn't really been excellent either. Picked up 3 kills. We killed 1 tier 10, looks like a tier 7 scout, and we applied some pressure to a lot of tanks that were camping in their base. I feel like we've had an okay impact in this game. And it's left us 2 versus 7, including being against 3 tier 10s, 3 tier 9s, and a tier 8. So the enemies could cap right now. And I say to Ike at the time, I think they're going to get overconfident, and I think they're going to come for us. Now, of course, they didn't have to every time. They could very easily have decided that they wanted to just put pressure on the cap. Now, I just fired an HE shell at that E100. I let Ike know, and we were communicating, that I was loading an HE shell, and I wanted him to try and bait a shot on the E100. He did so. I know that because the E100 had very low hit points left, that we could make a move on him. Thinking that the Batchat was also coming from the east, I wanted to get the second ambush shot off on him. I needed to kill him because if he managed to get around us, he would have killed us 100% of the time. Now I let Ike know I will come back and I will help him with the Jagdpanzer 100, which is trying to apply pressure to us. The enemy have got a very good artillery player. This M53-55 has been putting the pain on all of us, and I believe that Ike just says that he hit him recently as well. The 5120 has decided to come down, but unfortunately we're unable to get a shot on him. Ike has got a lot of pressure on him from the Jagdpanzer 100, so I decide to race across and try and help Ike. I have now loaded a heat shell. Previously we loaded an HE shell to splash on the target and to take him out. Now we need the heat to be able to get through any part of this Jagdpanzer 100's frontal armor. The Jagdpanzer turns his side to me, and that allows Ike to come round and put in a shot into him. Now, I'm trying to predict what the 5120 will be doing, who was last spotted right in front of us. And I think that he'll try and flank around to be able to put a shot from this ridgeline down here. Lo and behold, it wasn't the 5120, it was the blowing Borsig that managed to come round here. Again, I bait the shot for Ike. I tell Ike he's aiming at me, so Ike can finish off the job. When you're working in a platoon together, that's one of the key coordinations that you have to do. Now I think that something's capping, and I thought it was the 5120, but boy was I wrong. The 5120 misses his first shot. And Ike shotguns him right in the side of the turret. 3 shots, 3 kills. Ike the Reaper is in the house. Oh, that was close. Artillery very nearly just evened up this game. So we've killed 5 tanks between us, and there's 2 left, including a Jagdtiger capping. Or it could always be the M53/55 that was capping right now. We don't know about that. All we know is that we need to interrupt the cap. So we're racing it across the battlefield to be able to do so, and thankfully the 268 has the speed to achieve that goal. Ike has loaded an HE shell, and I somehow get spotted without being spotted. I decide that I need to light up the target right now. I fire a shot, but just before I fired, the artillery hit me and knocked out my gunner. So my shot was poorly aimed, but Ike lands the HE shell, sets the Yag Tiger on fire, and secures the cap. And also his top gun. And right now, me and Ike were super excited. If you want to see how we reacted to this, I will put a link to a live version of this in the description below. So you can check that out if you're interested and just hear the actual communication that we had as the game was going on. So now it becomes hunt the artillery. We have 5 minutes to do so, which is more than enough time. Now when you're playing against these artilleries at the end, you want to use the fact that I should have better camera rating than him, especially if he's moving and I'm not. I was thinking about getting to one specific place. And I'll just speed up this replay a little bit. I want to get right up onto this ridgeline, where I'll be able to see everyone, yet I'll be able to fall back down either side of the ridge depending on where I see the artillery. And lo and behold, there he is. He evidently has sixth sense. We don't get spotted, but he starts moving immediately. And we put in a very satisfying shot to win the game. So this was an absolutely huge result for us. Me and Ike went 1 versus 7, and with a good amount of communication and teamwork, we were able to overcome 3 tier 10 tanks, 3 tier 9s, and a tier 8. Now there's absolutely no doubt that me and Ike got very lucky here. We were especially lucky that the Bat Chat decided, well, they're only 2 versus 7. We can easily go in and ignore the cap circle, make our way around, come and flank them. And hell, I'll get some more experience and damage done rather than the cap points. What the Bat Chat should have realized is that he was dealing with one very angry Norwegian who proceeded to chew up the majority of the enemy team, securing his top gun. This kind of a game was far more satisfying for me than even picking up an individual Radley Walters medal. I didn't get an Ace Mastery badge in this game, but the pure amount of happiness that I had with Ike, you can only really get in a platoon in World of Tanks, and sometimes you do need that extra player with you to be able to achieve something just really cool. Ike does have his own YouTube channel, so you should definitely go and check him out. You can find a link on my homepage of my YouTube, so definitely go and check out his content. I'm going to be live streaming some games with Ike tonight on my birthday, so if you're interested, come along and maybe we'll even get close to this level of team play that we had in this game. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a like down below. I'd really appreciate it and it helps the channel out. And let me know in the comments below what you think about platooning. Do you think it gives people a completely unfair advantage? Do you think the platoons shouldn't be in the random queue? Do you think they should have their own kind of matchmaking? Or maybe, as this is a multiplayer game we're playing, it is so awesome that you're able to enjoy your tanks with your friends. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you on the live stream tonight.